Charlie Lapastora with some huge news for everyone on Facebook, which is probably most of you at home who's a college football and Southern Miss fan. Facebook announced it will stream 15 live college football games this season. Now, Facebook partnered with multi-platform sports startup Stadium to bring 9 Conference USA and 6 Mountain West games to that social network. One of those games is in Week 11 as your Southern Miss Golden Eagles will take on Rice, as you see right there. Facebook is playing catch-up to Twitter and Amazon, who already have streaming programming with the NBA, NFL, and MLB. It's not even been 24 hours since the blockbuster trade of the offseason, Kyrie Irving being traded from the Cavs to the Celtics for Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Ante Zizic, and the Nets' first-round pick. It's a swap of the first pick in the 2011 draft for the last pick, but Thomas had an incredible season last year, even averaging more points a game than Irving. Let's hear what third pick of this year's draft and now teammate of Irving, Jason Tatum, said today.
I mean, I was just as surprised as everyone else. I saw my name come up, and I didn't know if I was going to get traded. I know Kyrie really well. We went to Duke different times. We have the same agent. Yeah, we're really close.
ESPN decided to take announcer Robert Lee off covering the University of Virginia football game next week because of his name. That's right, they moved the announcer off the game simply because, quote, simply because of his name, end quote. Lee was scheduled to work the home opener for the University of Virginia football game in Charlottesville. The statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee was at the center of violent protests that broke out there almost 2 weeks ago. A spokesperson for the network says Lee was given the option to stay on the broadcast, but in the end it was a collective decision that, quote, felt right to all parties, end quote. Lee is now scheduled to call the Youngstown State-Pittsburgh game. Well, a rally was held today in New York City outside of the NFL's headquarters to support unsigned free agent QB Colin Kaepernick. Supporters chanted and carried signs wanting the NFL to give Kaepernick a job. Kaepernick made headlines last year for kneeling during the national anthem to bring awareness to police brutality and racial oppression. As a free agent, he hasn't gotten a job yet as QB in the NFL, even after being the QB for a 49ers team that went to the Super Bowl 4 years ago.
And we've got to make sure that the modern day Muhammad Ali, Colin Kaepernick, we surround and support him and tell the National Football League that we will not lay down while we have owners in the NFL who are active supporters of the 45th President of the United States.
The Patriots in the preseason right now, 0-2. The Lions, 2-0. Is this a sign of things to come? We'll see. It all starts Friday when New England heads to Detroit for Game 3 this preseason.
Obviously, the preparation is different than a regular season game, because you're still really in training camp. But you're trying to go out there and perform the best you can, but you're preparing at different levels. So, you want to play great, and you got to put everything you can mentally and physically into it.
That's my team, the Lions. So
Charlie, come on. The preseason.
Preseason.
I got you.
Hey, I got to root for preseason champs at least.
I got you.
You can pull for them.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right.